Oh, Daniel Garcia bringing a kendo stick into the ring.
I think this is going to get, this might get it, oh boy.
Go ahead, hit me. Hit me. Go ahead, Chris. I dare you. Do it. Do it. Do it.
No.
God, this can't be happening. Now they're making Adam Cole watch it.
Stop this! Let her go! Let her go! Britt! Britt! Let her go! Britt! Let her go! Let her go! Stop again! Stop! No! You see what happens? You see what happens? You see what happens?
Yo, party people, what is up? It's your boy, the best gifted gamer in the biz. Just got finished watching Dynamite. It was an alright episode. Some people think it was weak. Some people were like, oh yeah, it was still good. We're not, like we've said before, not every episode is going to like hit it out of the park. It didn't really strike out either, but with how AEW set it up for an amazing summer, an episode like this is perfectly fine. I blame a little bit of the crowd because, you know, they were like this for certain segments and matches, but we'll talk about that and all other kinds of stuff from top to bottom, start to finish, that went down here on Dynamite tonight as the road to Double or Nothing continues. So, start your watches. You know what time it is. Newest episode of The Gift of Gabe is coming at you right now. Okay, you guys. So, Britt, guess what? If you didn't see it, Wardlow is the new TNT champion. That's right. 3-time TNT champion. Joined Sammy Guevara as, you know, holding the belt for the most amount of times at this point. I honestly wasn't expecting Wardlow to win. I said back when I was wanting it, don't have Wardlow like win it back to hot potato it, but like we know what they did with Scorpio Sky, Sammy Guevara last year. On the bright side, it doesn't look like that's happening. A little bit though. I get it. People are like, yo, they should have Hobbs keep running with the belt. But then people were like, mad Wardlow lost in the first place. And then they introduced Arn Anderson, which is a nice development for Wardlow. So it was kind of, some people, a good amount of people loved it. Some people didn't like it. You were going to get that really either way. I'm cool with it. Wardlow and Arn, that is a very interesting pairing. I am looking forward to that. It's funny though, because the second Luchasaurus and Christian Cage came out, I was like, oh shoot, if Wardlow drops this thing again, bro, you know, like his first defense, it is not going to go good. But I don't know. That is honestly a match I'm really looking forward to. Wardlow versus Luchasaurus. Or even Christian Cage if he tries to, you know, mix it up in there too. I hope this means Wardlow is going to actually have, though, now he's with Arn Anderson, a multi-month championship run. Maybe like 5 months, kind of like what he had last year. But maybe even a little bit better. So I'm all fine for Wardlow being the new TNT champion. Mad props to you, dude. 3 times the charm. Let's see where you go with this one. Hobbs, I'm sure we find it was a fun month for him as champion. Hopefully, he'll be cool. I don't know how much more he's doing with this QTV stuff. But let's just hope for the best for everybody going after this championship encounter. Alright, you guys. How about Jay White versus Komander? Holy crap. Great match. And in case you missed it, Komander is now officially all elite. He deserves it. I want to keep seeing more of him every single week. Dude can go. I'm all for it. But every single time he does that, like, walk across the ropes thing, I'm always like, dude, please don't trip. Please don't trip and, like, slip and then just, because that would just be so bad. I hope I never have to actually see that happen. But aside from that, dude can put on bangers every single week. Jay White, first of many, including his dubs. And guess what? Him and Juice Robinson, rock hard, bro. Decided to attack Shawn Spears, who is at ringside, and introduce Absolute Ricky Starks back onto the scene. I'm liking this tag team of Absolute Ricky Starks with the Perfect 10. It's like the Absolute Perfect 10 tag team. I don't know where they go with this. They could go tag team match between Ricky Starks and Shawn Spears versus Jay White and Juice Robinson at Double or Nothing. Or it could be a straight up one-on-one match between Absolute Ricky Starks and Switchblade Jay White. In either situation, I would have Ricky win regardless, or at least put on a really strong showing to keep like elevating him up the card. Either way, though, I love the match between Jay White and Komander. I love Shawn Spears getting involved now that he's back. And I love Ricky Starks because, it's Ricky Starks and he's absolute. So, a total great match. Great segment all around. Looking forward to where that goes for Double or Nothing. But I know for one sure, it's going to be great. It's going to be too sweet. It's going to be a banger. Okay, you guys. Let's talk about that whole Adam Cole, Chris Jericho segment. It was pretty good. I liked it. Setting up for now we're in the meat of the feud between these two and their match at Double or Nothing once it gets announced, and we know that's where it's going. And it's going to be a nice solid dub for Adam Cole, baby. But in terms of how the segment went down with, having Britt get beat down by the Outcasts, like with that kendo stick, side note, was nice solid progression of, the women originals versus the Outcast storyline to, like, bring Jericho into that, like, weave it in. It's good. Gives it maybe a little bit more attention for someone who maybe hasn't really been trying to pay attention to that for, like, up to this point. So, that's cool. But me personally, I saw, like, the jokes. People were like, yo, 09 Randy Orton would have taken that kind of stick himself, just whacking the living shit out of a breaker. Jericho didn't have to go that route tonight, but I personally would have just had Jericho put the walls of Jericho on her. I would have had him put the walls of Jericho on her, and then if you want to include the kendo stick too, then maybe you have like Saraya like hitting her with the kendo stick while she's beat down in it. Or maybe you held just the walls of Jericho, and she's like looking at like Cole, and she's like trying to reach for him, and he's trying to reach for each other, and like it just doesn't work. It worked out fine, got the job done, but that's just the way I would have gone about it. To really like, especially with like the reaching part, it would have like really added to like the emotion of going like, I'm right there, I'll reach it, babe, I'll reach it. And Jericho's like, no, you're not. Feel the pain in the walls. So overall, segment was good. I'm looking forward to Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho. I'm looking forward to that sweet dub for Adam Cole, baby. You don't mess with Adam Cole's girl. If you haven't seen Adam Cole when he's angry, you're about to see it now. When Adam Cole gets angry, he comes for your ass. Boom. Alright guys, so we got a little bit of a twist in the BCC and Elite storyline. It led to a huge brawl with, the two factions going at it again. Don Callis surprisingly came back. I heard he wasn't going to come back for a little bit. You saw that huge scar on the side of his face. So I don't know when we were going to see him again, because it was bad. Really bad. But then, dude dipped, and guess who he brought out? He brought out Konosuke Takeshita, the dude he's been literally like looking after over the past couple of months. And, now it's paying off. For one, Takeshita definitely deserves to be in the spot. I like him being in the spotlight. Dude's literally a freaking star. We all know this. The campaign, I don't know where it's going to go at this point, but I'm still just going to run it to fight Orange Cassidy, maybe beat him for the International Championship. I'm not going to let it die, at least not just yet. But whatever. It's cool. It's a little bit of a twist. Didn't expect that to go down. You can see the faces of the Elite, though. They were kind of like, Dom, why are you bringing Takeshita in? You kind of can see the face on Omega's face. And it all comes down to the main point. Callis is really trying to not bring Hangman back into the Elite. And that's why he's inserting Takeshita. But the Takeshita Bryan moment was a little interesting, because back during the MJF feud, they were like partnering together because, MJF really didn't like either one of those two, and neither one of them liked MJF. So it's all very interesting. Hangman's gonna come back in like a couple weeks. I mean, I'm going to the Dynamite episode in Baltimore, so maybe that's when he shows up.
No, God!
I'm hoping that'd be a great pop.
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Anyways, but I'm thinking that it is not really going to go with Takeshita going with them. I saw one person being like, yo, Takeshi's probably going to turn on, and then that brings in like Kota Ibushi. And then I'm like, okay, that could work. Takeshita costs, like Hangman comes back, it's 4-on-4. Takeshita costs them a match, cost the Elite their match at Double or Nothing. And then Kota Ibushi comes out, and then it's 5-on-5, new BCC, including Takeshita versus the Elite and Kota Ibushi inside Blood and Guts. If that's the way this is going, which we know it's going inside Blood and Guts anyway, I am all for it. But I like the unpredictability of being like, whoa, throwing Takeshita in here? It's twists and turns, making you interested, keeping you watching, because you're like, okay, so where are they going to go with this? How does Hangman figure into this? Pure television, and entertainment. Entertainment. Even though the wrestlers are still entertainers right here, ladies and gentlemen. You got to love it. Alright, you guys. I talked about how the crowd was a little bit weird tonight. It felt like they kind of like didn't have always the energy that they should have, except outside of obviously Britt Baker's like match and like whatever she really had doing. The opening segments with like Darby, Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, and Sammy, it wasn't amazing as when like they all three were with MJF like a couple weeks ago during the MJF Bar Mitzvah. But the crowd really didn't get into it that much, and if the crowd's really not into it that much, like just because they're a bad crowd sometimes, then it makes it a lot worse. So I don't know if that's all. I wouldn't put all of that on Sammy, Darby, and Jack Perry. I really wouldn't put that on them. And then if you're like, oh, come on, dude, you know, they just don't have it. Well, here you go. Freaking Jack Perry versus Sammy in the main event was a great main event. And they really weren't reacting to some of the best parts of the match. And really only reacted like getting up and climbing for like one spot. It's like you should have been doing that like all match. But, you know, whatevs. Little side note. I'm actually loving the MJF and Sammy thing. It's actually freaking hilarious. Like the ending with them like literally like MJF literally dick riding Sammy and at the end of that match literally was priceless. Don't worry, guys. We all know we're getting our 4 pillars fatal 4-way. Literally MJF looking into the screen of the camera at the end with Sammy next to me, like, there ain't gonna be no 4 pillars 4-way. There ain't gonna be no 4-way. It's gonna be just me and this guy. That is the most official way to say that there is going to be a 4 pillars fatal 4-way for the AEW World Title at Double or Nothing without literally posting the graphic for all of us and the world to see. We're gonna get it because MJF, he's gonna get involved next week, and then Darby and Jack are gonna have their main gripes. I'm curious to see how much longer this Sammy and MJF thing goes. Is it going to go all the way up to Double or Nothing? Or will it kind of be done in like 2 or 3 weeks? Me personally, I'm liking it. So if they keep it going to Double or Nothing, I'm honestly not going to object. It's funny. I'm loving it. Like, I feel like those two will be two, like, they will actually be like those best friends that like, they're dicks. But it'd be like when they get together, it's like, they're funny as shit though. But either way, don't worry guys. Don't panic. We are getting our 4 pillars fatal 4-way banger at Double or Nothing for the world title. So let's just keep sitting back and enjoy the rest of what is Sammy and MJF. And if you're not liking that, which I see some of you are, like, it's funny. What's your problem? All right, you guys. So that is Dynamite. We are done with that. Don't worry. Week is not over yet. We still got another epic SmackDown coming your way this Friday night live. As the road to Backlash gets ever smaller and smaller. Can't wait to see more of Zayn and the Bloodline stuff. You know that's always pure cinematic gold. Xavier Woods and Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. That's going to be great. The draft literally is almost here. And so is the tag title rematch between Zayn, Owens, and the Usos next week. And Double or Nothing. It's still on its way. Guys, you are not going to want to miss the rest of these shows. You're not going to want to miss what your boy, the best gifted gabber in the biz, has to say after said shows. So guys, y'all know what to do. Remember to like and subscribe because you know that this channel is just that goated because, you know, it's me. And remember, when it comes to talking wrestling, who better to gab with than Gabe? All right, you guys, I will see you after an electrifying episode of SmackDown this Friday night. Peace out, party peoples. I'm out.